What is up, everybody? It's Larry back with you, and today I want to talk to you about my iPad Pro. Now, I recently upgraded from the iPad Pro 2018 to the iPad Pro 2020, and I just want to talk to you guys about some products that have been sent to me and some products that I just cannot live without. So let's just jump into must-have iPad accessories. So first, let's just take a look at my iPad. So this is my iPad 2020. It's in a case that I got off of eBay. So I'll leave a link for it down below. But a couple stickers I've added, so you can see the Just Do It and then the POW. But this is like a graffiti style case. It's got the magnetic lock on it, so it'll wake it and put it to sleep. Along the back, it's clear, but again, I've added a bunch of some of my favorite either brands or products or companies on the back, just to sort of give it a little bit of my own flair. And this is the base model 12.9 inch, so it's 128 gigs. My 2018 was 256 gigs. I sold that one with the pencil and all my accessories and got enough to get the base model of this one. In 2018, the base model was 64 gigs. Base model now is 128 gigs. And I find that to be enough room. Just looking at my iPad before I sold it, I was under that amount. I think I would like to have 256 just to have some more headroom with videos and photo editing and some different stuff that I use this for work. A different video I'm going to get into how I use this for personal and for business. But for right now, let's just talk about some accessories. Again, this case, really nice. The inside's soft here. Just the whole thing, I think this thing was like 10 bucks or 12 bucks. And like I said, once you sort of give it your own style, I think it's very unique. I don't think I've ever seen anybody with a case like this. So that's this case here. Again, I'll leave a link for it down below. So since we're on cases, let's talk about some cases that were sent out to me from my friends over at Poetic. We got like 4 cases here, so we'll just jump into these. This one says Pop Shine, and this is Pop Shine Marble Series, Marble Pink. So obviously not the color scheme that I would personally go for, but you know, hey, they sent it out, so that's cool. So this is the actual like look and feel. Now, I'm assuming you can get this in different colors, but obviously this will work for 2020 or the 2018 with the square cutout. But this has, you can get 3 different levels for viewing, and it actually has like this protective front cover. So if you have a screen protector, like I have a writing screen protector we'll talk about in a few minutes, like for drawing, like a Paperlike type one, you would not have access to that on this one. It doesn't make it waterproof, I don't believe, just because there's still ports and stuff that are open, but it's just more of a screen protector. And then it also gives you like a spot for your Apple Pencil that will still charge it while it's in the case, but it actually, you know, it has a nice spot for it, so it's not gonna fall out when you have it in your bag or whatever. Looks like all the ports, all the buttons are covered, but the ports are exposed, speakers are exposed, so you know, not really my color choice, but if you want some extra protection, like a lot of protection, this would be a great choice. This is the Poetic Lumos 10 or Lumos X for the 12.9. Like I said, all these are for 2020 or 2018. Again, we have another pink case. This one I don't mind as much. I don't care about pink. I'm actually a fan of pink, but I prefer, actually I bet you this was more of a rose gold than what they would consider pink. So very shiny. Put this in here, but it's just like a TPU. Again, a clear. You actually have, I sort of like that. It's got like a notch area that you can put your pencil in. So again, it's protected and sort of in the case. I actually like this one. I may. Not really my color scheme, but maybe I'll hook up some stickers on this one as well and give this one a shot, because it's just slightly different than what I have, and the only real difference is this one's a hard plastic on the back, and there's no pencil spot. This one's like a soft TPU, and you got the pencil spot. So yeah, we'll give this one a shot. I like this. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I'll probably do some updates. This is the Revolution. So we have this plastic cover on the front. Again, this isn't waterproofing or anything. It's just to give it like a screen protector. You got a spot. This is very much like the first one we looked at, but just without the front folio style. And then you have this along the back. So you got your own kickstand built in. A lot of rubber around the edges. I'm not a fan of the screen protector on the front here. It leaves too much room. I would rather have this open. If this was wide open and it didn't have this, I would use this because I like this, but I don't like the plastic. It just takes away from the feel of using the iPad with like the pencil and stuff like that. So, but it's an option. And this is the Explorer. Oh, this one's like heavy duty. Okay. So this one has a folio as well. Oh, magnetic latch. Okay. Again, it's got the cover, which I'm not a huge fan of. But this one also has the different positions that you can put it in. Got the folio. You can wrap it back around itself. Got the spot for the pencil again. Very heavy duty. Again, with the plastic cover, just not for me. I like this one though. Like again, if this didn't have that plastic cover, I would rock this. I like this a lot of good protection. And when I'm back to work, whenever that is, in my 9 to 5, this would be very nice for the environment that I'm in, like a shop type environment. So this would be very nice. So, but I just don't like that plastic on the front because I use my pencil a lot. I like drawing, I like writing, and I like to have that feel of the screen protector that I use, which is not paper-like. So let's talk about that for a moment. I've had the actual, on my 2018, I had the paper-like, the first version, the real paper-like, not a knockoff. And it was great. But so when I got my new one, I ordered the Paper-like 2, which is a newer version, gave you better like clarity through it. It didn't distort the picture as much. And it comes with 2, but I put it on and they're like 30 some bucks. But like I kept getting so many air bubbles, and it's just, there was air bubbles on the first one. I had to rip it off, put the second one on, and still had the same issues. So then I'm like, you know what? I should just order another set, but I didn't because they were out at the time with everything that was going on. You couldn't get them on Amazon. So I ended up ordering like a cheaper version, but I've been using it for 2 weeks now, and it has extreme, like listen to this. Like it gives you texture. It does distort the picture. You're not getting a crystal clear picture, but you don't see the fingerprints as much. I had, between having my Paper-like and this one, I had about 2 or 3 days where I didn't have one of these type of screen protectors on, and just the fingerprints and smudges that end up on your iPad, like I had to clean it like every 20 minutes. I like this one a lot. It feels really good drawing, gives you a lot of drag with your pencil like a real paper. I'll leave a link for it down below. Like I said, it's not the greatest. I think it was like 20 bucks. And I believe it came with 2 if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I'll leave a link for it down below. I like it a lot. It was a lot easier and went on a lot cleaner than the Paper-like. When I talk about drawing and whatnot, I've seen a lot of iPad users and drawers use these, and I'm like, man, that's so stupid. But I ended up buying one, and it's this little glove thing. And what this does is, so when you're using your Apple Pencil, and you're on there, it gives you, your hand will glide across the screen instead of sort of getting stuck with your skin or smudging it up or whatever. This is like $3 or something, so I'm like, hey, you know what, I'll give it a shot. $3, what's it gonna hurt? Every time I draw now, I draw a lot on my iPad. I share some of the pictures that I draw, but a lot of it is just sort of me messing around, relaxing, and this works really well. Like I said, it was like a couple bucks, so it was worth a shot, and I really like it. Another thing that I use, and this wasn't really part of the video, but I found it on Amazon, is this thing, which is a little like tech case. And on this side, I'll put like a pencil and a pen and a highlighter, and then usually my Apple Pencil. And then I used to have my regular AirPods in here with the little fins that go in down here, but now I can put my AirPod Pros in here, or a charging cable or whatever. And then I have extra pencil tips down here, but it's a nice little like pencil case that I can leave in my bag, so that way my Apple Pencil, if I don't have a case like this that accepts the pencil, it doesn't get lost in my bag or knocked out or whatever. And it just keeps all my little tech stuff in one spot. So I like that a lot. Another thing that I have that is a little polarizing, people are like, oh, it's too expensive, it's crazy, whatever, is the official Apple Magic Keyboard with trackpad. So I love this thing. I use it 99% down here on my desk when I'm working, almost like a second computer next to me. I use it for taking notes or jotting down quick things on my to-do list that I leave open while I'm working. And it's really nice. The trackpad integration on the iPad is awesome. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more in depth when I talk about, when I release my video talking about an iPad as a replacement for a laptop. So I'm not gonna get super deep into this. There's a lot of great videos of people reviewing this. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more later in a separate video, but yeah, the Magic Keyboard with trackpad is just awesome. Super expensive, but I think it's well worth it, in my opinion. We're gonna start wrapping this up. I showed this off in a different video, but this is from my friends Auki, and this is a USB Type-C hub. You have another USB Type-C over here. You have USB Type-A, HDMI, Ethernet, two more HDMI, or two more USB Type-A's. Then you have a full SD card slot and a micro SD card slot on the side. So it's very nice, it's slick, it's like a matte black. Comes with a little pouch. Like I said, I showed this off in last month's tech video, tech haul type video, or cool tech of the month. But I thought it was worth showing it again because it actually has an Ethernet port that you can utilize and the HDMI. This is one that I've had for my MacBook Pro for a long time, and I don't really like this as much because it sort of hangs off the side. Same thing with the Auki when you're talking about the iPad version. This has many of the same things. You have HDMI, 3 USB Type-A's, and then a full-size SD card. You don't have the micro, and then you have the pass-through USB Type-C here to where you can still power. The two that I want to talk about are more aimed right for the iPad. And these are from my friends over at Charjen. I showed in my tech haul last month, Cool Tech of May, the foam tips for the AirPods Pro were from Charjen. And this is your USB-C micro stick and mini stick. And what these are, I'm gonna tell you honestly, I like these so much. I actually bought one. Which one is this? This is the mini stick I bought on Amazon. I liked it so much, I reached out to Charjen and said, hey, would you guys like to send some stuff out? Because I love your products, and anything you guys got, I would love to show it off in a video. So they sent me the foam tips, and then the mini stick and the micro stick, but we'll take a look at the mini right now. The mini has a lot of what these other ones have, but instead of it sticking off the side with a little USB cable, it just goes right into the side of the iPad and gives you a super, super clean look. So now I have HDMI out, a USB Type-C port, a headphone jack, an SD card slot, and a micro SD card slot, all on my iPad now. And it's very nice, it keeps everything off of the table. So if you're using the Magic Keyboard with trackpad, you have this up there, you have all your stuff off onto the side, charging goes along the bottom, and the other USB port on the Magic Keyboard. Yeah, it's really nice. Now, we'll take a look. That is the mini one, which they were nice enough to send me one even though I had bought one. And then the micro stick. So let's take a look at this one. So this is gonna be a little bit different, obviously, because it's the mini. But, build quality on it is fantastic. It's aluminum housed, it's pretty much space gray. But this one is HDMI out, USB Type-A, a USB Type-C, and a headphone jack again. So these are the two that you're gonna get. Like I said, anything that makes anything super clean and functional and minimal, I'm all about, and that's what these do. So big shout out to Charjen for sending these out. I'll leave links to their stuff down below. They have a ton of stuff too. They're very diversified in their products, and I really enjoy their history. Like I mentioned this before, but like the Charjen, I'm like, where does that come from? And it's It's sort of combining, you remember the Brangelina or whatever with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie? It's like they put their two names together and came up with the name of their company, which as a married man, husband, like, I appreciate that. I love that. I think that says a lot about their company and about them as people and as their company, that it's a personal thing for them. And I'm all about that. So I'll leave links to them down below. I'll leave links to the stuff that we have here, a bunch of their Amazon stuff, and I'll leave a link to their website as well down below. And but yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Just a quick look at some must-have iPad accessories that I use on a daily. Again, if you're not subscribed, do that down below, hit the little bell, because if you're interested in iPad stuff, I have a video coming out soon of can the iPad Pro replace a laptop? So those two videos are coming, they're in the works. If you guys are interested in those, make sure you subscribe. Again, hit the little bell. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions about this stuff or anything that maybe I just sort of glanced over or skimmed past, leave it down in the comment section. I'll hit you back. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. You can hit me up there as well if you have any questions about anything. And that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one.